And welcome everyone to the last episode of the Diofield Chronicle. That's right. I think this is the last battle that we have to do. It has to be, right? It's kill the general. There couldn't be any more enemies after that, right? Hopefully, it's right or die.
Is now a good time?
Revisions are all in order. Wish you well in your fight. I don't know if this is the same or not. But yeah, we're gonna, as per usual, start from upstairs. There is no side quest that I know of. But then again, I haven't checked the map, or have I? It's been a couple of days. I don't remember. Our work in Southfield was all for naught. The Imperials are attacking again. I think it's a new dialogue.
Shall we begin?
It's becoming a bit of a nuisance. If you have a plan, you can sign me up for it. It's been a pleasure cooking for you, Rias. Don't die out there. See, even the cook. The cook is like saying that this is the last time I'm gonna be cooking for you guys. It's right or die. At least Rias is here till the end. I was a bit worried that Rias kind of left us, just like Iscarion and Waltaquin, because honestly, I am done with Fredret. I never would have expected this. Take whatever you need, just don't die. Are you gonna sell it for free though? Of course not. But there's not much that I could buy. Yep, everything is still in order. Sevatian is a sly devil, and the Empire would be lost without him. Exactly.
That's right.
You should do what you can while you can. You don't want any regrets. Do you think Sevatian is actually Levantia?
Please take care of it.
I've heard it's dangerous mission. Be careful, yes. Because I'm a little bit confused that sometimes Fredret talks with Andrias as if Fredret is not Levantia. So I'm a bit confused. And I wouldn't be surprised if Iscarion and Waltaquin will be fighting us in this final battle. I'm worried about the people of Southfield. So much strife. How could one have a normal life? Oh, everybody's gathering here.
Witness my power!
The Empire has outfoxed us one time too many. It's time for payback.
Surely.
By our hands must this spell of hardship be
Very
broken.
well.
I am with you, Andrias.
But that's...
Bad things are afoot. What do you know of them, Andrias?
This was but a trial.
Oh God, pray shed your gaze upon us. Grant us salvation through our just deed.
Here I go.
Our time has come. See, I'm pretty sure this is the last battle. Everybody dialogue is like the pitch before the final battle. With the Empire looming, people in the capital are terrified. We must do something. Repeating the Empire plenty of times before, this will be just the same.
Nah.
We need these uncouth wretches off the island. The lasses are too terrified to come out for a drink. We cannot have that. This isn't looking good all of a sudden, but we'll get through this, won't we?
I can count on you.
I trust you, Andrias. Give your orders. Lorraine.
Andrias, I've been wondering. Would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
What? Why now, all of a sudden?
I have worked with the Blue Foxes for a long time. And yet, I know very little about you.
I was born in a coastal village in Eastfield. It was destroyed by bandits when I was a child. A noble rescued me, and I learned magic and combat skills, eventually becoming Levantia's attendant. Not an unusual childhood, given the world we live in.
Who was this noble?
A man of no particular prestige. There is no point naming him.
I see. So you won't tell me?
Not Savantia, I
Perhaps
hope.
one day.
I suppose it can't be helped.
I look forward to hearing the rest of your story one day.
I'll clear a path.
Alletain shall not fall long as I breathe. We will defeat the Empire, no matter the means. Wait, I'm a bit confused. Okay, let's do this. Kill the general. It's 45. And none of our units are anywhere near that.
Let us go over the plan once more. We agreed to the Empire's demand for surrender in order to lure out Zavatian and kill him. The signing ceremony is to be held on the morrow at Castle Alletain. Fred, it is vital that you attend in person.
And attend I shall. Where shall I lure the general to?
As far into the castle as possible. Signal us immediately if he begins to suspect anything. We will then destroy the castle gates, separating him from his forces outside. With their general dead, the Imperial army will be in disarray.
And in that disarray, our forces will then pounce upon them from all sides, stopping this cursed invasion dead in its tracks.
It's
boys?
certainly a clever plan. But even with their leader taken out, the Imperial army will be far more powerful than ours. And turning the town into a battleground will result in countless civilian casualties.
Defeating Zavatian has to take priority.
We've come this far.
It is true.
Sacrifices must be made.
Cut the head
But
and the
that's-
body will follow.
Enough, Lorraine. This is not up for debate. You may go.
Understood.
You know, I would like Lorraine
I'll
to
start
be a
making
playable unit.
preparations.
And she could replace
Wait, Riaz.
Waltaquin.
Going back to Leicestershire after all this time, it brought back memories.
That it did.
And it made me wonder, am I still that same person?
You haven't changed much. You're still the Fredret Lester I knew.
Though he is Fredret, not Levantia. I am so confused. Roslia Castle. Ooh, cool robes.
So you are the King of Alletain, Levantia Shatham.
Aye.
You don't intend to surrender.
Now! Blow the gates!
They have air. No, it's not airship, right?
Blue foxes! Come forth!
A valiant effort, but alas, an effort in vain. Bring the
Yeah,
airship
that's
round.
airship.
Sir!
Kill them all, just like we planned.
Ooh, this is gonna be harder than I thought. So we are bringing the big boys. Yeah. Wait, as for the equipment, I think. Technique plus 25. Ooh. I'm just gonna give it to you, maybe? Oh, not too much. Maybe the sharpshooter that we're bringing. Yeah. Yes. 8 minutes. Wait, is there a... Wait, where's the... Where? Oh god, there is. And where's the enemy? The enemy's over there. think we could spend the time to
shall
open
go
this
once.
first, right? They're not after us. Wait, you're 47? What the hell?
Surely nobody will complain if I take this.
On my way. A bit of a boost never hurts. Heading over there.
Wing of the Storm.
I'm resolute in my purpose. Are your eyes now open?
Then, Railgun.
Take that!
Not magical, magical force.
Witness my power! How's that?
Long live the Empire!
I defeated the enemy.
Please forgive me.
Assassination.
Be gone with you.
Long live the Empire!
Target eliminated.
I shall go at once.
Next target.
Heading to the location.
The Empire were planning this all along. They were founded by bandits, and they are still no more than a pack of wild beasts. Men, we will not cede to them another inch of our land. Lay down your lives if you must. Their general dies today. Around.
Bro, he's 55.
One that will go down in history as the final address of King Levantia the Lackwit.
The Lackwit.
Heading over there.
Oh god, Wing of the Storm.
I'm resolute in my purpose. Are your eyes now open?
On my way.
No, headshot is not good.
Take that!
I shall go at once.
Witness my power! How's that?
Long live the Empire!
I defeated the enemy.
Heading to the location.
Our enemy has been defeated.
Live the Empire! I shall go at
Don't do that.
On my way.
Heading over there.
We need sanctuary. No. We need ignition. Come on, Waltaquin. Hedelia.
A bit of a boost never hurts.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I'll take you down.
I shall go at once.
I'm going. Over there. Understood.
Oh my goodness. Concentrated volley.
Target acquired. Right through the heart.
Be gone with you. What? Target eliminated.
Your subordinates have done you proud. It seems I will have to call upon my main force.
So far so good.
Your resistance will not last much longer. Summon the Gigas unit.
Got it.
Oh god. Ship wall.
We'll hold them here.
I shall go at once.
Heading Heading over there. The enemy is stronger than anticipated.
This is a problem.
On my way.
Oh, sanctuary, sanctuary.
The power of restoration.
Headed to the location.
Over there. Understood. I'm going.
Rush flare.
I do what I must! I shall go at once.
Oh,
Over there. Understood.
Headed to the location.
did I use Needleful?
Be gone with you. Next time.
On my way. Witness my power! How's that? Did I do that?
Go.
Shadow stab.
I'll take you down.
And concentrated volley. Yes!
Target acquired. Right through the heart! I did it.
It seems your subordinates have let you down, Savatian. You wretched vermin!
Here they come.
All who oppose me meet death, as you shall soon find out.
Oh dear.
Go.
I am resolute in my purpose. Are your eyes now open? Headed to the location.
Over there. Understood. I'm going.
Ooh. I think we should shield wall.
We'll hold them here.
Okay.
I'm going. Over there. Understood. Witness my power! How's that? Did I do that?
I do what I must!
Headshot? Why do I feel like railgun do just as much?
I shall go at once.
Heading over there.
Headed to the location.
Defeated the enemy on my way.
I'll take you down.
Oh! This potion. Land strike doesn't do that much.
I'll take you down.
I think we should do ignition.
Bit of a boost never hurts.
Oh, concentrated volley.
Target acquired. Through the heart!
Wait, you still...
I'm going. Heading over there. Over there. Understood.
On my way.
Oh, it's like the airship, isn't it? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
We'll hold them here.
I shall go at once.
Wow.
I'm resolute in my Are your eyes now opened? The enemy unit has been vanquished. Heading to the location.
Heading over there. Over there. Understood.
Die!
Oh.
Be gone with you.
Yeah, final straw, boys. Blended potion.
I'm going.
Assassination do a lot. Land strike, maybe. I don't know, I don't like it.
Taste my heel! I'll clear the path!
Be gone with you.
Witness my power! How's that?
Concentrated volley. Ooh, well done.
Get quiet. Thrust through the heart! Our enemy has been defeated.
Oh, perfect.
I have gained new power.
Good job. That was a fun battle. Oh, you're not dead yet.
After him! Do not let him escape!
Rias? Is there gonna be another battle? Did I spoke too soon?
Curse you! You will not escape me! Rias!
Rias? He knows him?
You! What is the meaning of this? A flood of memories came rushing forth, of the day that started everything. Memories of a time before I became Andrias Rhondarson. Memories of how I cowered, as my parents were killed as if they were mere animals. And of how, still coated in their blood, that man turned his gaze upon me.
We are to take the child. He is the one who take him?
That man, that despicable man, Sebastian Schugel.
Sebastian Schugel.
The first ambition I ever had in my life was to crush him into insignificance, to destroy him absolutely. I was taken to the Empire and became Andrias Rhondarson. All I recall from back then is relentless training and study. And one day, I was summoned by a man whose bearing was dignified but devoid of human warmth. He stuck out his hand and said to me,
The only way to achieve your goal is through force. The world will only be safe when the righteous have power. Okay.
My mind instantly flashed back to his gaze on that day, and my resolve became unshakable.
I was going to accomplish my objective while holding true to my beliefs. Shortly after that, I was appointed as the Chamberlain of the fourth-born Prince of Alletain, Levantia Shathan. Upon meeting Levantia, I discovered a new objective: to give power to those who would do right with it. But in the end, I failed to protect him.
So he
With
dead.
Levantia gone, my focus returned to my first objective: eliminating Zavatian, regardless of the cost. And now, I will fulfill my second with what I'm about to do.
You think Fred is? Okay, I'm so confused.
We did it. Rias! Rias, what's wrong? It's over,
Is
right?
he gonna do what I think he's gonna do?
It's over now. Fred.
Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what just happened? If I skip this, will I... Is this it? Oh, okay. Are you gonna become king, Rias? That robe, that's the Empire robe. You have unlocked New Game Plus. This allows you to start the game from the beginning with all the attributes, items, etc. from a previous game. Okay, I'll keep this here. Hello, this is Brad from the future playing Diofield Chronicle from the New Game Plus perspective. Now, after that final scene at the ending, a short one I might add, you might be wondering, there are still some of questions that left unanswered. What happened to Waltaquin? What happened to Iscarion? And what the heck does Andrias mean wearing those Empire robes? The game doesn't really do a great job explaining it with the cutscene, but they left it on the library. That's right. So when you play New Game Plus, you have gained all the things you've got, right? From levels, items, money, skills, everything, including the lore in the library. Now, something that who should we start with? You know what? Let's just start from Andrias, right? So already his profile is completely changed. So a secret agent from the Trovelt-Schoevian Empire, and actually a member of the Empire's elite unit, the Ainswell. We know this from the cutscene, right? Blessed with a natural talent for magic owing to his elite Alletainian blood, the Empire abducted him at a young age and trained him in the art of combat. So he's basically kidnapped from Alletain and trained to be a warrior, basically. His objective is to infiltrate the inner circles of Alletain's government to intensify civil unrest and to generally cause trouble for the kingdom. It was drilled into him that his purpose is to aid the Empire in taking control of the kingdom and its jade in order to bring prosperity. So it's basically a spy, right? And if you think about it, his class is assassin. He's literally a spy class. I don't know why I didn't caught on to it before. Upon returning to Alletain, he was taken in by Duke Hende, who has long had secret dealings with the Empire and who arranged for him to become Chamberlain to Levantia's Shadem. So Andrias and Hende has been in on it since 8 years ago. And then they pretend to meet for the first time. Oh my god. So yeah, Andrias is a spy, Duke Hende is a traitor. Wow. He has remained in close contact with the Empire and has always followed their orders, but he has no intention of remaining their puppet. He longs for peace and freedom and is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goal. So okay, basically, Andrias' village was raided. All the adults were killed, including Andrias' parents. The children were abducted, Andrias included, and kind of like brainwashed and turned into warrior, right? But his hate towards the Empire, because he killed his family, was named Sebastian Shugo, killed his family, was so big that he basically made an oath to take revenge, right? He followed orders, but does that mean he did say when he met Levantia Shaitan, he kind of had hope, but then he died, right? So he basically goes back to his first goal, which is to take revenge. And so he's kind of playing the double agent, right? He infiltrates the Alletain and feeding info to the Empire, and that is why, even though we kicked the Empire out, there are still remnants, and somehow they are managed to go back to the island. That makes so much sense. And that is also why the first time we kicked the Empire, it looked so easy, because Andrias and the Empire has been working together all along. Okay, before we go to the Fred, I want to look a little bit at Sebastian Shugo. So I did read some of this before because, yeah, that's how I found out that the library document list provided much needed lore. So I think this is pretty much the same. But the first change is here. It was young Sebastian who kidnapped Andrias and brought him to the Empire. The Empire sent ships to Diofield Eastern Shore, raiding villages and hamlets far from the large cities and abducting any children who were gifted in magic. So the Empire has been attacking, raiding, and kidnapping children from small villages of Diofield, and because it's a small villages, the kingdom doesn't know about it. Wow. Andrias never forgot the day he was taken from his home, and he hates Sebastian for destroying his homeland. Sebastian, however, had no memory of Andrias, and even when he recruited him as a secret agent, he had no idea who he was. Andrias was just one out of over 100 children that had abducted over the years. Wow, so he didn't even suspect that Andrias might be a double agent. Poor thing. So also, I don't know if we should look a little bit. So he is basically a small noble, but then he went to the Empire to study, and that's, I guess, when he was offered a fortune, technology, and everything. And that's why he defected to the Empire. He is a traitor, basically feeding information to the Empire in exchange for technology, and apparently you could have picked that up because in the camp, the camp right here has a lot of Empire's technology. But yeah, I never realized it. Alright, Fredret. Driven to realize the dying wish of his friend Levantia Shadem, Fredret falsely declared himself to be the fourth prince and laid claim to the throne of Alletain. He deceived the Lord's Council by carving an imitation of the Mark of the Blessed into his hand and having Princess Hazelia vouch for his identity, thus becoming the Shadem Dynasty 12th king. Okay, so we were right. He is not Levantia. Levantia is really dead. He was killed 8 years ago. So he's fake. He's always been Fred. But he carved. I don't know how he did it because the mark is kind of blue. But the clue is there, right? Even after he declared himself as Levantia, he is still called Fred in the menu. Every time he and Andrias speak privately, they always talk as if Levantia is dead and that Fred is not Levantia. And supposedly those who have the mark has a very high aptitude towards magic, and Fredret is kind of mid in my opinion. So all the clues are there basically. His reputation as Blue Fox made him popular, and his ascent to the throne was generally welcome. Over time, however, he lost his composure, and his drive and charisma slowly waned. In the end, even his closest friend Andrias abandoned him, and he was killed in the final battle against the Empire. So I guess when he first declared, Andrias had a little hope that he might be the leader that could bring peace, but I guess his thirst of power kinda led him astray, and so Andrias decided, nah, you're not worth it, and so he killed it. So that's probably why Andrias is in the Red Empire robe. So he probably claimed that Fredret and Sebastian killed each other, and being one of the Empire's elite soldier, Andrias took control of the Empire's army and probably take over Alletain. Alright, Iscarion. Iscarion joined Blue Foxes, protect the wake, blah blah blah. In particular, there was a friction between him and Fredret, who was obsessed with wielding the power of the throne, and Andrias was ruthless in the pursuit of his goals. When this friction grew too great, Iscarion realized that there was no place for him in the unit. He resigned and inconspicuously left Centralfield as soon as Fredret was crowned the 12th Shadem king. He hasn't been seen or heard from since, but tales abound of a lone knight who crossed over the Rowetale mainland and defected to Porin. Some say, however, that he was murdered by a thief. What? What? That's the... Oh god, that is so... I don't know. Anticlimactic. And nothing but Tremina, even though she basically loved Iscarion. Okay, Waltaquin. Looking for a place where she'll be free to experiment with her remarkable magical abilities, Waltaquin joined the Blue Foxes and fought with nothing but this selfish aim in mind. Eventually, her brazen attitude became too much for other members, and even the sympathetic Andrias could not restrain their animosity. Waltaquin herself had also grown discontented with life in the unit, so she departed and leveraged her inside knowledge of the church to gain a place in Archbishop Joshua's faction. Now at odds with her former ally, she set out to stop the Blue Foxes from installing Fredret as the new king. Eventually, she was defeated in battle at Halleck Lynn in the sunken hall of Newer. The royal government's records say that she was killed, but no body was ever found. Okay, so what does that mean? That is she alive or not? Never really explained. Okay, before I end this, there's something interesting in Hazelia Shadem page. So eventually, Hazelia is rescued by the Blue Foxes, and after learning that Fredret is apparently her brother Levantia, decided to join them. Hazelia, however, knows deep down that Fred is not really her brother, but never reveals this. As a Shadem and a bearer of the Mark of the Blessed, her mastery of magic is first rate. So she knew that Fred is not Levantia, even though they met as children. I guess he could sense it that the mark is fake or something. So yeah, wow. Hopefully that answers some of the question towards the ending of this Diofield Chronicle. I really love this game. I didn't expect that this game would be this interesting, right? Like, the battle system really surprised me. And for someone who are used to strategy RPG, the real-time action RPG, real-time strategy RPG, I don't know, with this kind of battle system is kind of fresh and intriguing. And I also love that the class ability is tied to the weapon instead of the unit itself. That allows them to kind of play around with the party, right? That's why you can have Waltaquin left and doesn't really damage you because you have a stall to replace her, right? And it's the same with Iscarion, who left the party in the middle, well, towards the end, but then you still have rickles to take place. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And I also love that the whole underlying plot of this game is basically Andrias' villainous origin backstory, that he basically is the puppet master pulling everything under his palm, basically. Like, he's been feeding info to the Empire, but at the same time he pretended to help the foxes, all in all to achieve his ultimate goal is to take revenge. And yeah, I guess that requires him to kill Fredret, so be it. But I guess the real victim here is Lorraine, right? She's been fooled by Duquende, and she's been fooled by Rios as well. Unfortunately, there is nothing much in the library. Same with Isler. Isler was supposed to be one of the original 3, but ever since the blue foxes are formed, she's kind of put aside, and there's never really a conclusion. Well, she doesn't really have a plot per se. It's all Rios, right? All Rios. And I think, I don't know, it feels like they're building up for a sequel. I'm hoping, like a sequel where Rios is probably the villain and probably introduced with a new protagonist to take him down or something, because we know that they say Iscarion is dead, but then it's just a rumor, right? And they also never found Waltaquin's body, so maybe those two will form a new group to bring democracy, because that's just like a plot point. Like, all of the war thingy, like the Empire versus the Alliance, and also the broken political faction of the Kingdom, it doesn't have any conclusion yet. So yeah, I guess if they do decide to make a sequel, I'll be very, very excited to continue to play. I think all in all, it's pretty good. Even the grindy part, they're all pretty good, I guess, except for the ability point, right? That all of these are very expensive. Like, okay, I can unlock one more, but that's it. Look at how many skills that is not open yet. Like, how many gameplay I have to went through. But aside from that, was all okay. Like, weapon wise, you can get all the strongest weapon for all the characters basically from the first playthrough. It's not that hard to grind money as well. And in terms of the class point, which require SP, they gave them like candy. Like, I've already maxed out all of the ability and I still have more to spare. I kind of wish they do have they allow me to convert some of those SP to AP, but yeah, I think that's pretty much the only negative I have for this game. Everything else is pretty good. So yeah, I think that is it for this playthrough of Diofield Chronicle. Hopefully they will make more of this, like Diofield Chronicle sequel, or maybe some other game entirely with similar art style and battle system, because this has been very, very fun. So after this, I don't think I'm gonna play any new game for a while, because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are going to be released soon, and I'm planning to do that playthrough to replace this slot. So I think I'm gonna be playing Pokemon Scarlet when it's out. So be sure to wait for that series to be released. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for playing along with this game. I hope you've been enjoying this playthrough as much as I enjoy playing this game. And yeah, I'm Carrier Brett, signing off. Bye guys.